Tough times never last, but tough people do. Are you tough enough to last in this environment we are in? When you are at your lowest, where you can't see any way out, can you identify the smallest hole and try to fit yourself in that? Because where there is a will, there is always a way. The question is, do you have the willpower to change your destiny, to change your future, to change your life, to evolve? You have it in you to change. You have it in you to become the best person you can be. That's what evolution is about. Imagine a caterpillar. A caterpillar is something that is crawling in the dust, and over time it evolves. It doesn't mean evolution is easy. It doesn't mean change is easy. But it goes through this process of dying and reborn to become a butterfly. You can see how beautiful a butterfly is. A caterpillar grows its wings and eventually starts to fly. So from dirt into the air. Can you picture yourself going through that transformation, that evolution? I know you have the capability. I know you can. You can change. You can become the best you can be in this season. You have to want it hard enough. Everything starts from learning. The desire of wanting to be something, to be someone different. Here's definition for learning. It's a process of acquiring new understanding, knowledge, behaviors, skills, values, attitudes, and preferences. We learn from our surrounding. The situation that you face every single day is teaching you a lesson. Your failures must teach you a lesson. But the question is, what lesson are you taking? Are you taking the stress of this world, or are you telling yourself enough is enough? Change is inevitable. What skills are you acquiring? Are you adding on to your life? Are you going through that process of self-development? Acquiring new skills, go through the process of learning. I think the greatest investment we can ever give ourselves, if we want to finish the race, if we want to see ourselves a different people, a different breed, we have to learn. We have to learn, because learning will allow you to evolve. Every single day we are learning. But the question is, you need to shift from your environment thinking into developing a new perspective to life. If there is poverty, what is on the flip side? If I am penniless right now, what is on the flip side? Ask yourself the right questions and start the journey of learning, of becoming a superman, a superwoman, a superhuman who is saying, I am tough enough to prevail in the circumstances that I am in. So I'll give you this analogy. Imagine you're in a car. Your destination is Blawayo. To get to your destination, what do you need? You need fuel, right? You put in a half tank of fuel to go to Blawayo. And you can travel all the way from Harare. You get into Norton, you get into Chegutu, you get into Kadoma, you get into Kwekwe, you get into Gweru. Just after Gweru, a few kilometers, you run out of fuel. Have you arrived at your destination? No. Why is that? Because you've run out of fuel. Learning is your fuel. You are in the journey of your life. You are expecting to get to prosperity. You are expecting to get to greener pastures. But if you don't have enough fuel to get to your destination, you will run dry. And when you run dry, you get frustrated. You don't have solutions to the questions or the problems that if you have enough knowledge you can beat that problem. If you are at that place, then where do you start? Let's go to learn. Let's study. Let's learn our craft. Let's become better every time. The world is changing so fast. Now you have AI, which is taking on roles of so many people. If you are not going to learn and see how you can become part of this technological world, you're going to be left behind. So we must rise up and understand our craft. There's so much shift. There's so much shift in our world. There's a serious shift. We're all aware of that. Serious technological advancement. Are you in a place where you can evolve, or you're in a place where you're going to be overtaken by events? Before you know it, you are swallowed. There are different ways you can learn. Styles where you can develop yourself. It doesn't matter where you are. You are not degreed. You are degreed. You did not get money to go to school, to finish your college or university. It does not matter. What matters is, are you evolving? I'm always fascinated by someone goes to college for 5 years and get this theory of learning and never shift into the practicals. Then you have one person who does not even go or see the door of a university and becomes someone who is very technical. I've seen people who have learned to become mechanics without even going to a mechanic school, to fix computers. Right now, if your phone breaks down, get into town. You get a young boy who you can literally see, this young man has not even gone to, most probably did a degree of a different sort, but he started learning how to fix computers, how to fix cell phones on the internet. Now they can fix cell phones. You can self-taught yourself. It has never been, the time we're living in is one of the best times where if you want to learn a new skill, you can learn it so easily. Because we are in an era of what is called skill stacking. If you're an accountant, what other skills can you add on to your portfolio that will differentiate you against a lot of other accountants out there? If you're a salesperson, what other skills can you stack? Because when you're stacking skills, you're an accountant, you learn how to sell, you learn how to use computers, you stack all those skills. You can be put in any environment and you prevail and you succeed because you have developed yourself. You've gone out there to develop yourself. So styles of learning, you have visual. People learn by visual, by seeing, using their eyes. You see something, oh, this is how it's done. Then you're already learning. I've learned so much skills myself in the field that I'm in right now, solar. I've learned to install a solar system from start to finish. I've never gone to an electrical school. I've learned what tools to use to put together that system. I've learned how to diagnose a solar system. When it breaks down, I don't need to call anyone. I go out there and do it myself. If my technicians are not available, I'll get the job done because I've learned the skills. I can install a solar geyser. I can do plumbing. These are skills I picked up over time. I can do welding. Can you imagine that? I just learned it. And it comes in handy once in a while. So what stops you from learning? What stops you from picking up new skills? That one day, we need ABC exercise done, and you are available and you're ready and you're capable. Visual, by just seeing, spending time with electricians, spending time with engineers, and you begin to pick up these skills. You begin to know, I can get this done, I can get this done, I can get this done. Self-development. Having that curiosity to learn, to become a better version of myself, which is my long life goal. I've never been so desiring to learn like right now. So put yourself in a position to learn. Auditory. This is by listening to conversations, sitting down before mentors and begin to get information and begin to download. Going on the internet, watching these videos, right? You're using the visual, you're using the audio, you're learning, you're feeding yourself. Sometimes when I get stuck, I just go on the internet, I pick up a new skill. Oh, I need to do this way. Editing, I can now edit. Video editing, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. By learning on my own, no one teaching me what to do. Just that desire to want new information. Reading and writing, this is what we've done all our lives from school to where we are. Journaling, you're supposed to journal information, journal some notes. All that is learning. You're adding value into your thought, into your brain. You know, there's a statement that I had the other time. I was listening to this video, and this professor was saying, your mind is like a computer, right? So that computer, when you get your new machine or a brand new laptop, it comes with no software. It's empty. It's just a hardware unit. You switch it on, most probably it just shows a dash to say I've nothing loaded in me. Then you load the software. And most probably the first software that was ever loaded was MS-DOS. Then years later, there was an upgrade of the hardware. You upgraded your hardware, and now you have the Windows XP, and there were many other Windows 98 and other Windows that existed at the time. All this, those are uploads. That is new information. That is new uploads that is happening. Now we have the enterprise. You have the Windows 10, which are the later versions. The same thing with your iPhone. It now has the latest versions continuously. There's a newer version. You have an iPhone Pro Max 12. There's a newer version in terms of the operating system. You have to upgrade your equipment to the latest version. Otherwise, it will not function. So continually upgrading yourself will give you functionality, will give you efficiency, will give you relevance. Are you relevant enough in your situation? Journaling becomes very important. Learning by writing. You're reading a book. Take notes. Write them down. Continuously refer to them. Read them. Internalize that information. It will come in handy at some point in your journey through life. Then the last one is called kinesthetic practical learning. This is practicality, using your hands, functioning. As someone is doing, you're following. Holding a screwdriver, you're following. Combine these forms of learning or whatever style that relates to you and begin to develop yourself. 2024 is a year of self-development. You know, there's a statement that really breaks my heart. If you want to hide information to an African, hide it in a book. Honestly speaking, whatever craft, self-development, whatever field you are involved in, you can learn it, and it's in the book. We are busy spending our time on Facebook, on Instagram, on these platforms, learning nothing. Make your time worth your while, because your time is currency. It's the only thing that you have that you progress you forward. Look at yourself. I don't know what age you are right now. Are you in your 20s? Because usually the 20s are called the learning years. That's the time whereby you need to absorb as much information, creating that foundation of who you are. Are you in your 30s? Are you in your 40s, 50s? But it's never too late, you see. Give yourself a chance to set the foundation. That will make the rest of your life, how many years it may be, the best of your life. Money can be the number one that we all need, or a flashy life, a lifestyle that is, grand. But I can tell you, everyone who has ever achieved greatness has achieved it by learning. Do you know how much time Elon Musk used to spend learning, or Steve Jobs used to spend learning, understanding the craft, understanding the human beings, knowing, okay, this product they wanted. They may not know that they want this product, but once it's there, once it's developed, they want it. Those guys fed on knowledge. They fed on understanding. They gave themselves time to learn, to grow, to evolve. Now they are thinking at the highest level, the Einsteins of this generation. You too can become who you want to become by just feeding yourself. This podcast is about starting a journey and seeing it through to the end. I believe this is one of the fundamentals that will allow us to finish in our journey. So many of us, we don't see the finish line. We are constantly in a rat race. We are constantly running in circles because we don't want to evolve. It's time for that change to happen. It's time to evolve and make us better. So I'm reading this book called Atomic Habits. I've spoken about it. This gentleman highlights that goals, yes, as important as they are, it's not the major thing that we must focus on. We must focus on the processes that will get us to our destination. The end result is you want to lose weight, you want to be the best, you want to make a lot of money, but we have to break it down to what can I do every single day? How does it relate to learning? There's a concept that I picked up, which is become 1% better every day. Life is about making progress. There's always the flip side. Whatever you are feeding yourself, whatever you're learning every single day, is either compounding, improving your life, or it's either compounding, bringing you a negative. Become 1% better. Become 1% better salesperson. You don't just become a better salesperson by using same knowledge. You have to develop better way of communicating. Look yourself in the mirror and develop. But most importantly, practice what you would have learned and listen to the feedback that you are getting from your applications. You want to be a better entrepreneur. Understand how systems work. Does your business has the right systems? Have you learned about systems? Are you raising your own leaders? Do you understand finance and accounting, money management, how to save money, how not to make any losses in your business? All this comes from learning. Become 1% better every single day in your craft. Become a better learner. It's stretching your muscle. The way you want to build your six-pack, or you want to build that chest, right? It's the same way you build your mental toughness. You build it by learning, by overcoming circumstances, by overcoming challenges. Become a learner. Then you'll be the best. Build processes of learning. Structure your learning every single day. You don't wake up every morning and say, okay, let me think. I want to read that book. So I was talking to my guys just recently, and we're just talking. Life is about setting a plan. When you're going to work, okay, what are you expected to do today? Sometimes we go blank. Okay, so exactly what am I doing today? Yet you have got tasks that you did not finish yesterday, but you don't know what you're supposed to do the following day because you did not create a process of journaling, of writing it down to say, I need to do this. I need to get this done. So the next time I go there and ask you, so where are we on this situation? You say, oh no, apparently the reason why I did not do this is ABCD. And you would have failed. Do the things that you're supposed to do because you did not create a process of change. So let's create a process of change and let's start doing something every single day. Become the 1%. So that into the future, looking back, what are you What can you tell your younger self? What can you tell your future self if you don't want to go through the process of evolution? Remember, seasons will come and go. And if you don't change, you're still aging, whether you like it or not. You are still becoming older by the day, whether you like it or not. But are you going to become an intelligent, a great old man who is going to give wisdom to the next generation? I hope you will enjoy this. If you've come this far, I hope you picked something along the way. So this is start to finish. Fueling discipline, focus, and the right mindset. Our mind needs to become right. They can only become right by evolution, by change, by learning new things, by becoming a better version of ourselves. See you at the finish line.